5 sentences as a testimony to Hunter Biden's Hall of Fame level game. I just want to touch on this. They're talking about this is a testimony from, I guess, a hooker of all people, on the president's son, who, for all intents and purposes, is really extremely charismatic, short, very wealthy, of course, made thousands of bad decisions, addicted to crack, gun problems, everything, all kinds of excitement. I mean, he really brings, for a woman, he is like an entertainment center walking around and driving a Porsche, because he's got guns, he's got Secret Service protection, he's smoking crack, he's going to like the White House. So it's everything. In fact, he's snorting coke in the White House. For a woman, that's the peak. It doesn't get any better. You got everything. You got high level and you've got convict, you got game. So this is a testimony. She said he had hired her for a private dance. Biden played music by indie folk band Fleet Foxes on his phone. And then he smoked crack. So I'm friendly, I'm fun, I'm going to smoke some crack here. So it's contrasting. Women love contrast. They love the bodybuilder with a big library. It's all kinds of things that they like. The bad boy that happens to wear like a pink shirt. They like contrast. I felt really safe around him. Well, generally, what's funny is, as she says, she saw him again a week later, and they stayed together for 5 days at the Soho Grand Hotel, very high-end hotel. He typically smoked crack every 20 minutes, she testified, and he was just so charming and nice. At the time, I felt myself having feelings for him. Women cannot help it. They cannot help it. They've got this guy in a hotel room that's been smoking crack every 20 minutes for the last 5 days, yet she was attracted to him because gang just does not stop. There's so much here, so much contrast, and so much hardcore gang going on, and he's a natural. Make no mistake, being wealthy and famous pushed him up into. But if he were a relatively unknown, he had already been banging the widow of his brother, and not just the widow of his brother, but her sister, all at the same time. So, the guy attracts women, and it's for these very, very specific reasons. Not just the money, but the living on the edge and the contrast that he brings. And the people that I've heard that have actually met him, he is charming. If you watch some of the interviews, even with women, and he's kind of like trying to slip around on the answers with these journalists, but you can tell these journalists are like intrigued. They would definitely like go home with him, because you can see them starting to show indicators of interest during the interview. It's really interesting. But again, read through this and you see the contrast, and this is game. He's charming. I found myself liking him. All he did was be his natural charming self while smoking crack every 20 minutes, watching porn, and having sex for 5 days. So again, you don't have to bring flowers. You don't have to be a nice guy. You can really be as degenerate as you want, as long as there's game involved, and you're going to come out on top. And it's probably one of the reasons he's not been in jail is he's charming. It goes a long way in every facet. Anybody that's into game should study this interaction, this testimony, and find out what it's like being around literally a super alpha. He is moving into that level because of, just literally scorched earth. It's worth studying.